If you've never used Craft before, think of it as a digital notebook on steroids, a cross between Notion and Apple Notes, but with way more style and a far smoother learning curve. Well, the team at Craft have been really busy this year, quietly rolling out some seriously impressive new features. And if you're watching this video, you probably haven't had time to keep up with all of them. So I want to make a little update on the best new features I've been enjoying, what they actually do, how I'm using them, and which ones are worth your time. Let's get into it. First up, well, Craft has had a bit of a glow up, a whole new look across iPhone, iPad and Mac. It's all very Apple with that transparent liquid glass aesthetic creeping in. Everything looks just that little bit more premium. It's quite subtle on the Mac, but I'm betting you'll really notice it on iPhone and iPad. A small but handy change is the new Spotlight Plus button at the bottom right of the app here in the dock. It just means that whatever you're doing, you're never too far away from starting a new document, task, or a page. And of course, Apple's continuity feature means it's still seamless to flow between your devices. You can start typing on your phone, waiting for your morning coffee, continue on your iPad, and then finish your thought back at your desk somewhere over on your Mac. Next up, Craft's assistant feature has definitely leveled up. Now, you can still call it up with a / command and do all the usual AI tricks, summarize, rewrite, brainstorm, translate, and all the rest. But now you can actually choose which brain it uses. There's GPT-4o, there's on-device, DeepSeek or Llama, and now even Apple's foundation model. And that means if you have a Plus account over on OpenAI, you can hook it up to Apple Intelligence and it'll pull through the very latest GPT models into your Craft app as well. I reckon one of the best things about Craft has always been its focus on offline access and being able to summon pretty much any AI model that you like, even when you're off the grid, adds a whole new level of flexibility. Next up, tags. And since being introduced earlier this year, tags have quietly become one of the most powerful parts of Craft. They've had a nice set of quality of life updates that just make organizing and searching a whole lot easier. For example, if I search for my meeting tag here, I get a list of results, and when I hover over the yellow text, I get a full page preview of each note, which is very cool and a really nice time saver. It also makes browsing by tag feel less like rummaging in a messy drawer and more like having X-ray vision for your notes. If you've got a sprawling Craft workspace like mine, which has been organized with tags, this little update is a real game changer. Next up, we get into collections, which is basically Craft's version of databases if you're coming from Notion, but without the migraine that usually comes from databases that live in Notion. They look really simple on the surface, just nice minimal tables, but there's loads hidden under the hood. You can now add currencies and percentages for quick auto sum totals. You can add links to other blocks on other pages, and even create the very nerdiest of things, relational databases. Now, these allow data to sync two ways across your Craft workspace. Now, I reckon if you're a project manager, this aspect is well worth checking out. Now, I've been using collections to keep track of all of my content strategy, so I can see what projects are active, what stage they're at, and also which ones are about to take over my week. And if, like me, you hate Microsoft Excel with the burning rage of 1,000 suns, I promise this is powerful enough to just be your happy place. Next up is tasks, and this one has had a proper overhaul, and it finally feels like a real to-do manager that is very capable of letting you ditch an app like Things 3 or Todoist. If we head over into my task section, we can see the new task views up on top. There's inbox view. This shows you everything waited to be sorted. There's today view, which shows you stuff that you should be doing right now, or maybe should have done already, like an overdue task. There's the upcoming view, which gives you a glimpse into the future, all the things you'll probably regret putting off. And there's also all tasks. This is the original view that shows you everything in one place, including pinned tasks and also documents with live tasks inside them. There's also a new task indicator on any pages that have to-dos inside them, so you get a quick visual cue when you've got unfinished business lurking in a document. It's one of many small touches that keeps you on it wherever you're working in your Craft workspace. Now, I have it on good authority that there are loads more exciting updates coming down the Craft development pipeline, but these are the ones that I've been really enjoying lately. If this has been a tipping point to get you thinking about signing up, don't forget Craft is completely free to try out, but the team have very kindly given me a 50% lifetime discount for all my viewers, and I'm going to say that one more time just in case you weren't listening. Lifetime discount. I don't think I've ever been able to say that about a promo code before, so go grab it at the link here before they realize what they've done. Let me know down in the comments which feature is your favorite or which one you're most excited to use. And if you want to see more of the tools that I use to stay organized, you'll probably love this video over here. See you next time.